the top of that temple there is the Trisul of Lord Shiva and the Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Vishnu. So how can the Chakra of Lord Shiva and the Sudarshan of Lord Vishnu both be in one deity? That deity is Sadashiv. There is two forms of Shiva. One is Rudra Shiva. He's in charge of Tamagun, in charge of material creation. But Sadashiv, he is Vishnu Tattva. He is Lord Shiva, but Vishnu Tattva, white complexion. Advaitacharya is considered incarnation of Sadashiv, not ordinary Rudra Shiva. Therefore, that deity is considered to be incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, for that reason also Mahaprabhu did satsang pranam. And before the prasad from Ananta Vasudeva, Bhagavan Vishnu, that prasad was taken and offered daily to the deity of Lord Shiva. If devotees, we can take the remnants of the devas if you take the remnants of Lord Vishnu and offer that to the demigods, then the demigods eat that very happily. Then devotees, we can take that Mahaprasad and eat with great faith. No? But anything which is offered directly to the devas also don't accept that prasad. They only accept it from the remnants of Lord Vishnu. So all these people who are worshipping demigods, and Krishna says, Avidipurvakam. They worship me, but in the wrong way. So Mahaprabhu gave all these teaching by his personal example. So Shankar was residing here in Sriketra Dham, and very happily residing. Sriketra Dham is considered to be like a conch shell. Have you seen pictures?
Conch shell.
So this place we are at, this is the conch shell of Lord Ketradam, and the mouthpiece, the entrance place, that is called Bhuvaneśvar. So Mahadev lived there very happily. That time was one huge mango tree. The mango tree was 1 mile in thickness. Imagine the mangoes that came from that. Ekamragam. One mango. Ekamragam means one mango tree. So that mango tree was so big, 1 mile thick, 8 miles tall. And Lord Shiva would sit under there and speak Bhagavad Katha to Parvati. Therefore, Shankar also a big devotee of Bhagavatam, because his guru is Anantashesh. Anantashesh has thousands of heads, and with each head he is speaking Bhagavad Katha. And since the beginning of creation he has not finished that Katha. If Anantashesh has so many disciples, 4 Kumaras, and Lord Shiva, they're coming in that line. Lord Shiva heard Harikatha from Ananta Vasudeva, Shesh, and then he gave that Katha to Gokana, and then, understand, 4 Kumara, therefore that one line of Srimad Bhagavatam is coming there through Lord Shiva, another line turning of Bhagavatam is coming this way through Narad, Vyas, like this, Narad, etc. That's why Lord Shiva always wears ornaments of snakes around his neck. Why? Because he remembers his spiritual master in the form of Anantashesh. So Anantashesh with thousands of mouths, he's always speaking Bhagavad Katha, but cannot finish even to this day. So Lord Shiva heard so much Harikatha from him, that Harikatha he's always speaking to Devi. Even though people worship Devi in the form of Mahamaya, as Vaishnavas we understand that she is the Shakti of the greatest devotee, therefore she must also be a great devotee. Therefore, Devi has so many names. Amongst them, her names are Narayan. Also, Vaishnav. They say Vishnu Devi, Vaishnavi Devi. Understand? Also, Ishwari. So therefore, she is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. If you read Brihad Bhagavatamrita, she gave mantra, Gopal mantra to Gopkumar. Therefore, she is also a great devotee. Therefore, you worship her nicely. Shiva Shakti, you worship them nicely, they'll give so much blessing in the form of Harikatha. So Shankar always speaking Katha to Devi, and you know the story. One day, when he was speaking Bhagavad Katha, then Parvati was sleeping. And Sukadeva Goswami had come there in the form of a bird. Because at the end of Radha Krishna Leela, then Radha Krishna ordered Sukadeva Goswami, Suk, you stay in this world, because when we performed our pastimes, no one could understand. If you look in the pastimes of Braj, even Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, Varun, all demigods made some offense, some misunderstanding in Krishna. Even the demigods cannot understand. Then how ordinary jivas like us will understand Radha Krishna Lila? Therefore, Radha Krishna ordered Sukadeva Goswami, you stay in this world and speak Harikatha. Just like at the end of Ram Leela, Ram ordered Hanuman, you stay here and preach Ramayana. Where there's Harikatha, Ram Katha, that Hanuman is always there in some form. Have you heard that? Whenever Ramayana is speaking, Hanuman is there hearing. There was one devotee, Tulsidas. He wanted to get the darshan of Ram, but he could not get the darshan of Ram. Every day he'd go for the bathroom and he'd wash himself with some lota of water. And every day there was a few, on the bottom of his tin, there was some water. He used to throw it on one tree. So in that tree was one ghost. So the ghost was very happy getting some water every day. So the ghost said, I know you are looking for darshan of Lord Ram. Without the mercy of Hanuman, no one can get darshan of Ram. You know every day you speak Ramayana and Hanuman comes, but you cannot recognize him. If tomorrow you watch one old man, he's the first to come and he's the last to leave. If you catch his feet and beg his mercy, then he'll reveal his form as Hanuman. So, when Tulsidas began speaking Bhagavatam, first was one old man. That old man had leprosy. And very happily he was hearing Katha in the back. And when Katha was finished, everyone left, that old man began walking. Then Tulsidas caught his feet. Oh Prabhu, give me mercy. That man had leprosy. Truly you catch his feet? Someone has leprosy. Very hard thing. And again that old man said, leave me, don't touch me. I have leprosy. Are you mad? You are Brahman, I am like this. No Prabhu, don't cheat me. I know you are Hanuman. So he was very happy, he revealed his form as Hanuman. So, like Hanuman is there every time Katha is spoken, Ramayana. In the same way, whenever Bhagavad Katha is there, Sukadeva Goswami must be there somewhere. That's his seva given by Radha Krishna. But after the disappearance of Radha Krishna, there was no nice Harikatha. Therefore, Saraswati Thakur used to say, there is only one shortage in this world, that is shortage of Harikatha. So when Shankar was speaking Katha, Sukadeva Goswami went there to hear. Parvati was hearing first, second, third chapter is too much Tattva Siddhanta. Especially Bhagavatam has 10 subject matters. One of them is Srishti, Upaha, how the Lord creates through his agents. That is also in Bhagavatam, especially second canto, third canto. So ladies don't have so much interest in philosophy, therefore Parvati was sleeping. But Sukadeva Goswami was not speaking. But that is also Bhagavan's lila. Even like creation, that is also the pastimes of the Lord. Therefore, it must be necessary. Otherwise, if Sukadeva Goswami had not spoken all this subject matter, then this Bhagavad Puran cannot be called Puran. So Parvati was sleeping. And then Sukadeva Goswami was hearing in the tree. So one time, Shankar always wears a garland of skulls around his neck. So one time, Narad Muni came to Parvati and said, oh, Parvati, I heard you were very dear to Lord Shiva. Yes. And of course he must have told you that garland of skulls around his neck. He must have told you whose heads they are. No, he never told me. And Narad Muni disappeared. Then Parvati became very angry. He went, you must tell me whose heads are those around your neck. What did Lord Shiva say? Whose heads were they?
Your past.
Your heads. My heads? How is it possible? Yes, Devi, you are very dear to me. Every time you give up your body, I keep your head as a souvenir on my garland of my mala. Parvati said, come on, how come I give up my body time and time again, but you never give up your body? Oh, because you sleep in Harikatha, but I do not sleep. Therefore, Gurudev used to say, when Katha is there, then one who hears this Bhagavatam Ritam, he becomes free from death. Therefore, Yamaraj becomes very sad. If anyone hears Katha, he escapes from my hand. Therefore, Yamaraj sent his 3 messengers. You know what those messengers are, Sita? 3 messages. What's the first one? Sitting again like Nandini now. Sitting against the wall, nice and comfortable. This is the first message, Guru Maharaj said. This is the first messenger of Yamaraj. He was very comfortable, then absorbed in the body, not absorbed in Harikatha. Saraswati Thakur, he said, one disciple was sitting and chanting and lying back. Then he said, Aram is haram. If you are absorbed in the body and lying against the wall and chanting, that means you are absorbed in your own sense gratification, not absorbed in bhajan. So first messenger of Yamaraj is nice, leaning against the pillar. You see any picture of Saraswati Thakur, always sitting straight. Any picture, always sitting straight. Yeah. The second messenger is yawning. And third messenger is sleep. So these three messengers of Yamaraj, he keeps us in this world. Therefore, Devi, you always sleep during Katha, therefore you give up your body again and again, but I never sleep. Therefore I am free from birth and death. Therefore this Kathamrita frees us from birth and death. When Sukadeva Goswami was speaking Bhagavatam, all the demigods came and said, Maharaj, if you give us this Bhagavatamrita, Harikatamrita, in exchange we'll give this nectar from the heavenly planets to Parikshit Maharaj. If he drinks this nectar from the heavenly planets, and we will take this Katamrita. And Sukadeva Goswami became very angry. Foolish devas don't understand the nectar of Harikatha, they don't understand how to drink it also. How to drink, you cannot come to the Bhagavatam and do some type of business. Many people coming for class by just trying to get some knowledge, but this is not. Otherwise you may just collect gyan and you may miss the Bhagavatam. Therefore, how to receive Bhagavatam, that is also one art. Even the demigods don't know that art of Harikatha. How to receive Harikatha. In Bhagavatam also it says, this is the medicine and how to take. Like when you go to the doctor gives the medicine and gives some prescription. Therefore Bhagavatam also says, what is the qualification to drink Bhagavatam? How to drink it? Shradaya, Srinvatam Shradaya Nityam. First you have to hear. Srila Gauranga should say, are you hearing? He said, none of you are hearing. All of you are only pretending to hear because none of you are surrendered. Unless you are surrendered, you cannot hear. Like 9 limbs of devotion, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Anchalam, Vandanam, Dasram, Sakyam, Atmanavedanam, Iti, Pumsapita, Vishnu. First you should surrender to Vishnu and then perform the 9 limbs of devotion. Therefore, performing 9 limbs of devotion without surrender, this is useless. Therefore, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Doya Koromo. No, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Jiva Doya Koromo. Swapasad Siyadama Sahavati. Sikaya Sanana Gati Bhakatera Prabhu. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach this process of surrender, which is the life and soul of Bhakti. Therefore, I'm coming Bhagavatam and sitting and here. This is Bhagavatam. This is not Bhagavatam. Srila Gauranga said, first you have to completely surrender to the speaker of Bhagavatam. Otherwise you cannot hear Bhagavatam. That Bhagavatam will not enter your ears. Therefore, Srinvatam Shradayami. And also, what does it mean to hear? We are hearing, but we're thinking, oh, now is breakfast. After class, I have many things to do. Now he's already spoken half an hour, time is lost. And even we have given up everything, brahmacharis, sannyasis. We have no time for hearing katha, then who will hear? Therefore, Srinvatam, who is hearing? Srila Chittakarma used to say. 88,000 sadhus also heard Sukadeva Goswami speaking Bhagavatam. How many went back to Godhead? Two. Ugasrava, Sutta Goswami, and Parikshit. What was Sutta Goswami? His name also Ugrasrava, one who hears very ferociously. A ferocious hearer. Him and Parikshit Maharaj. Why? Because they fully accepted the conception of Sukadeva Goswami. Srila Chittakarma Maharaj said, the Gyanis took Gyan from Bhagavatam. The Karmis took Karma from Bhagavatam. The yogis took yoga from Bhagavatam, and the devotees took bhakti from Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is Chintamani Surup. Everything she gives you, whatever you want, can give you. You cannot say karma is not in Bhagavatam. Karma also there. Like when Krishna asked to Nanda Baba, who are we worshipping? Why are we worshipping Indra? There's no such thing as Indra. Indra only can give the results of your own karma anyway. If the mercy of the demigods is like a shadow. If you move your hand, shadow follows you. How much mercy can the demigods give you? Only that much you have secreted, not more, not less. Therefore, only Sutta Goswami Parikshit, they took the full mercy of Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, hearing, we think we're hearing. Very high thing to hear Bhagavatam. Srinvatam Shraddha. We have to hear with complete faith. Guru Maharaj says, not hearing to hear, but hearing to follow. Hearing to follow. Srinvatam Shraddha Nityam, continuously must hear. Every day some katha, some reading, must be. Every day reading little bits. Every day some reading, some hearing. Otherwise, even you may be serving Gurudev, serving the deities, serving the Vaishnavas, but unless you're hearing, you'll fall down. Because material consumption must come up with the deity of Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. Srinvatam Shraddhaya Nityam Grinatas. You have to accept everything. Oh, I like the bit about Gopi Bhav, but that bit about the four real principles, I didn't like that. You have to accept both. What is favorable bhajan, you have to accept, and you also have to accept the giving up of that which is unfavorable. Everything you have to accept. And lastly, and most difficult, swachastita. What you heard, you have to follow, practice. Swachastita, your own effort. Natadi kalana, Bhagavan Vishatanta. One who does these 5 things, in no time at all, the Supreme Lord appears in their heart. So,